All right. So now we're going to touch on the vocals. I will play back the vocals, no music, just the vocals as I have processed them. And then I'm going to strip all the plugins and put them in bypass so then you can hear what we started with. This is what we have.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain.
All right, now I'm going to take off all the plugins, or at least bypass them, and mute the background vocals. I'm also going to strip off the plugins on the vocal bus, and this is what we have.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain.
Huge difference, but it's definitely doable, and I can show you exactly what I'm doing here. So let's go over to the main vocals here. Yeah, scroll up. Let's go. I'm going to use small view so I can see everything. And this is the main here. This is the lead.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before.
So off the hop, just to get us, I would get us started. I do a EQ, a curves equator with a little bit of what it's offering.
Turn to memories before the pain.
Not too much. I think that's actually when I first started using it. I use it differently now. And then from here, I'm also using Q3. Let's listen to this.
Is it over?
All right.
Is it over?
Controlling there.
Before the pain. Is it?
Now, the lo-fi, just to kind of get that grit. I went down sample size, distortion, 0.1.
Is it over?
Some more curves equator.
Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it over? Let's turn to memories.
And we got the
pain.
little bit of compression.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain.
All right, so Pro-C2, this is a staple for just clean compression. That's sort of my first round of compression on a vocal, just to get things sounding a little bit more controlled and compressed. That's the best way to put it. From there, I went to RVox.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before.
You can start to hear that. And then
is it over?
From here,
let's turn.
We got that being controlled, taking that out. And then that's being controlled as well, taking that out dynamically. And then the DS. This is one of my favorite de-essers. Let's listen to what it's doing.
Is it?
Don't like that, right? That's no good. Está bueno. So let's take that out. And then that's my first round of processing for a vocal. Do I still do this? Not recently. I think I've moved into a little bit less of a complicated, stacked plugin approach, because I've just understood what I need and what I can accomplish with a certain amount of plugins, not necessarily all of these. But for this one, this is where I was at. So this is how we did it. We went to a BX console. This is, let's see what this is doing. I went over to the TMT side and I went 30-31.
Is it over? Let's turn to memory.
All right, so this is my favorite multiband. This multiband really helps me set my tonal sort of balance for the vocal. I really, when I use this, I really focus in on controlling these lower mids. Now, I know I could use the EQ3 to do this, EQ4, Pro EQ4, but I really like the MB and just its ability to select the amount of frequency spectrum that I want and just control it with its process. So from there, this is what it's doing.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it?
Just some control right there. There we go. Now we got the EQ P1A. This is same idea. Now this is what I've learned off of my Audio Academy is this is what you need on your vocals. If you're not doing this on your vocals, you're sleeping. All right, use this. This is the way of the My Audio Academy gang. We are boosting a little bit in the 16 here, and then we are attenuating, getting some of the muddiness and the kind of like the bassiness of the vocal. But at the same time, we're boosting the good part, the good bassiness of the vocal. All right, so this is what it's doing.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it over?
You can hear that.
Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it?
I'm just going to boost it so you can hear what it's boosting.
Let's turn to memories before the pain.
A little bit of the body, and I'm going to attenuate more. Just here we can
Let's turn to memories
hear what it's taking out.
The pain. Is it?
Right? Thins it out. But instead,
let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it over? Let's turn to memories before.
So it's more natural now in the sense that the boominess of the vocal is reduced, but the natural presence and thickness of it is actually increased. That's how I hear it, and it really helps get the vocal where I want it tone-wise. Now this is a Ozone Advanced. This is going to be an EQ. The vintage EQ, and I have a setting here. It's called Vocal Lift. You got to steal this from me, okay? Yoink this. This is going to be a little trick that you can use to get your vocals to start cutting through on the top end here. So 16K, high boost 10 dB, high Q 10, all right? And then 20K, high cut, bring that all the way up, and then bring it down to taste. Here we go.
Is it over?
You hear that?
Let's turn to memories.
Too much, right?
The pain. Is it over? Let's turn to memories before.
I haven't done this one in a while, and I think I might actually start using this again. But make sure you yoink this from me. It's a good little trick if you have that Ozone Advanced. All right. Next, we got the Maag EQ. Let's see what this one's doing here.
Is it over? Let's turn to memory.
So you see a little reduction in 160 and a little boost in a 2.5. And from there also the air band we're going at a little bit of 2 dB there.
Is it?
Awesome. All right. The Spectre. Now I'm adding a little bit of, again, in that range where we're boosting with the Pultec. We're now adding a little bit more saturation in that range to give some body. And then also we have a 3K, a 5K, and a 9K minor boosts, nothing too crazy to wake things up. Let's see what we got.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain.
It's a little bit, nothing too crazy. A fixed doubler. Now this is to give me some width and some, some movement in the vocal.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain.
I like it. That fixed doubler is sweet. Sometimes I don't do anything aside from just fix the mix, or sometimes I go in and I'll adjust it. But this is definitely something that if you are looking at Softube and want to get started with Softube, some of the cheaper plugins, the entry-level ones are these ones, and they're awesome. Give it a shot. All right, the Ozone 10 Sabilizer. This is my, I don't have Soothe, so this is my soothing way of using Soothe, if that's what how you want to put it. But so I bring up the sensitivity 100, speed 100, and my mid's at 50 and a high is at 50. I don't do any low reduction, but this is because I want to control the top end here. That's what it's doing.
Is it
and I can't forget the gain match over here.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain.
Bypassed.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it?
So nice. Now it's just controlling some of those really harsh sibilance that could pop out. Q3, what are we doing here? Let's take a look. right there. Oh, right there. It's really resonating out. Took that out with a little of a notch. Would I do a notch now? Maybe, if it's that bad, but sometimes the best is going to be bring that in, flatten that out, and then just use the dynamic on it.
Is it over?
Accomplishes the same thing, but even better because it's not notching out at all times. It's only notching out when that specific frequency starts to hit and it bugs your ear. There we go. All right, now my last little plugin on the mix, the vocal bus, is going to be a transient shaper. After all the compression and all the other things, I wanted to kind of bring back a little bit of the attack on his vocal. This is one of the ways I do it.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it?
So with transient shaping, we're waking things up, and I was also able to adjust the in and the out of that, the out, so we can get the volume up a bit on it.
Is it over?
All right. So that's that. I'm going to go over now to, I'm not going to touch that yet. So that's my my throws. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the Adlibs, and let's see what the Adlibs are doing.
Is it over?
Okay, cool. Adlibs. Let's see what's happening here. We got the left layer whisper, right layer, left layer, left layer. So there's a whisper track here. Let's see what this whisper track is doing.
Is it over?
I have a group on it. Let me take that off.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is
we got a compressor.
Is it over?
Okay, and then on top of that also an EQ that's taking care of some of what would be a buildup from the layers and Adlibs, and then also some RVox to start to control and not let it be so pokey and dynamic, but keep it very focused. And here we go.
Is it over?
Cool.
Let's turn to memories. Is it over?
So we have these whispers.
Is it over?
All right, and then we have these ones here.
Is it over?
And relay.
Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it over?
All right.
Is it over?
And then we
Let's
have
turn to memories before the pain. Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it?
there we go. That's what I did for those. That's what ended up working. So
Is it over?
all right, and let me touch a little bit on these. This is a committed vocal, so I went here and I committed this lead, and I went to the Transify and I just went commit up to this insert, so it gave me this. This is committed, and let's just listen to what it's doing. Where is it? Oh, it's actually being routed to the effects. So let me unmute that and see what it's doing.
Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it over?
So really sauced up. It's coming from the RVox, and this got a pitch widener on it, so that's giving me that. And then the baby come back with a quarter note straight, delay, ping pong, and then digital reverb, which is going to be a 43% mix for a reverb, and then some compression, which is being fed as a side chain from the verse right here. So now
Is it over?
all right. I have a lot going on here. Let me start breaking down some of these. Let me go over to the vocal bus. The vocal bus is going to have the following on it. It's going to be the SSL 9000J.
Is it over?
I'm going to mute the
Let's turn
effects.
to memories before the pain.
Okay, so now the inflator. I use a chain of 2 inflators. I really like what it does. It honestly just wakes things up and just makes things more alive in my ear.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain.
So then from there, some EQ, controlling some of these. This is again on my vocal bus, controlling some of these.
Is it over?
Right?
It's before.
Get those out of there. And then the Fairchild compressor, compressing the entire vocal. Again, a little bit though, not too crazy.
Is it over?
All right. And then you can sort of gain stage a little bit of your vocal as well here using the output on this compressor. The Drawmer, or is that what it's called? The Drawmer. Yeah, the Drawmer. The Drawmer. Now, Softube, again, this has been a Softube mix, this here is a mastering processor. I never really used it for mastering, but instead I use this air selection here. This here allows me to get a nice little top end to the vocal, and then I go all the way dry and blend it in. So from dry like this, so there's no effect.
Is it over?
And it's at 100%.
Memories before the pain. Is it over?
Right, that's way too loud and it's way too bright. So instead we went to 8. Let's see what 8 did. Let's take a look.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it over?
So this is the idea of just using a little bit of that. It's sort of paralleling everything in the sense that you're only blending in what is adding in context with the music. All right. And then we have a Sibilance control. This is the good old Waves Sibilance.
Is it over? Let's turn to memories before the pain. Is it?
All right, that's great. That's great. All right, now that I went through the vocals, I will touch on the effects. Let's do that.